We got the Poundcake sports break a few minutes away from us. Cavaliers play tonight in Boston. Head up against the Celtics at 7:30 here on MMS and on the iHeartRadio app, if you want to listen there. We will be preempted on Friday for some Guardians Cactus League baseball. That's going to be a 3:05 first pitch out in Goodyear. Guardians against the Milwaukee Brewers. 3:05 Friday afternoon. It's going to be the one preseason game here on MMS. And then we'll be giving you the details on what we're going to be doing for Guardians home opener. The MLB season begins on the 30th of this month. And then 1 week later, April 7th, is the Guardians home opener against the Seattle Mariners. And there'll be a 4:10 first pitch.
Wasn't there something going on Friday night, too?
This coming Friday night?
Yeah.
I mean, you're out in Warren.
That's the thing that I was thinking of. Yeah, get tickets to...
How did I remember this and you forgot?
I actually did remember it. I was tricking you.
Oh, that you got me.
A little ruse.
Yeah.
I played a sneaky on you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, get those tickets at BillSquire.com. Show starts at 8 p.m. at the Underground Lounge in Warren.
And there are seats. People have been, hey, are there seats
yes,
there?
Yes, it is a seated comedy show. I love doing seated comedy shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March this.
There'll also be a table, and there'll be drinks and food. It's a whole production. Lights,
cameras, and action.
A stage. They got all of it.
Let me give you kind of a brief overview of the next couple of weeks. So Bill's in Warren on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Cavs are playing this Saturday night, postponing the premiere of our brand new metal show at here MMS. It's called 2 Hours to Midnight. That will premiere next Saturday night. I'm your host, Corey Roddick, Pat Butler, the three of us doing what we do, putting metal back on the buzzard. So that'll be next Saturday night. One day prior, the 10th, next Friday, the triumphant return of one Dr. Ryan Berglund.
Oh, hey, that's awesome.
For a segment on the show we call Is It Red? I haven't seen Dr. Berglund since he was cauterizing my nutsack.
Oh, yeah.
He performed my vasectomy back on Veterans Day, and I haven't seen him since. And we haven't had Is It Red since September of last year.
He's a busy man.
So he's busy. It's more than overdue. And so Dr. Ryan Berglund will join us next Friday for Is It Red? If you're new to this program, he is a surgical urologist from the Cleveland Clinic, and he fields all manner of weird questions from guys that have odd things going on down in the strike zone. He'll answer questions about vasectomies. Guys have called up and said, hey, I have a testicle the size of a grapefruit. Is that a problem? And then he'll answer with his area of expertise. He's tops in his field. I have entrusted my testicles to him on a number of occasions, most of them professional. So that'll be next Friday. We were talking about that JV guy, that morning show guy, works for this company out in San Francisco, who's been missing since last week. And somebody texted me, he's like, did they ever find that actor who went missing? And they didn't. Julian Sands is a British actor who had been hiking in California. There was a civilian who got lost, and I think they might have found him. And Julian Sands is an actor. Back in the day, he was famous for these movie called Warlock. I think they did 2 or 3 of them. But he's an actor of some renown, been around for a long time. He's like best friends with John Malkovich. And I was reading a John Malkovich interview because he's dropping some new show. And he's just despondent because Julian Sands is like one of his best friends, and they haven't found him. And there were storms in that area. He was hiking near Mount Baldy. January 13th. And
that sounds like a nickname he'd have for his good friend, John Malkovich.
Mount Baldy. And I think if you haven't been heard from since January 13th, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
He said that he said Julian Sands was always hiking or climbing mountains. He was doing Kilimanjaro, or he's doing the Alps or the Andes or whatever. Kilimanjaro, I guess. but he said that there must have been some catastrophic or immediate error that day. Anyway, so I don't think anyone thinks that Julian Sands is going to show up walking. You know these movies where somebody shows up and they have amnesia and they walk into a small town?
So cool.
And then everything gets all crazy. Guy Pearce in Memento. All kinds of movies like that. I love John Malkovich. He is transitioning into the straight to DVD portion of his career. Or straight to streaming, or whatever you want to call it.
But everybody's kind of getting into this because it's that way. It'd be more like straight to video on demand. Because I feel like if a streamer buys them, there's some interest there. But when they go straight, they don't really get a theatrical release, and they just end up on video on demand. That's a new version of straight to DVD.
Well, he's got a great career in that he'll do things that are like big projects, and then he'll show up in some other things where you're like, oh, John Malkovich.
Yeah, he likes making that money. If I wrote a movie, it would have a character that had a Russian accent, and I would get John Malkovich just to reprise that accent.
Eat Oreos
from Rounders, yeah.
You have the problems with this. Yeah, he really laid it on thick, didn't he? And he's a great actor.
Yeah.
He is from the middle of nowhere, Illinois. I don't know if he was one of the people that started the Steppenwolf Theater Company in Chicago, but he is from tiny town, middle of Illinois. And the kind of town that you get the hell out of as quickly as you possibly can.
Do you remember the joke that Duke told?
Yes.
About the finger?
Yes.
I had someone messaging me, and they did not understand it. And I had to lay it out for them.
I mean, I'd love to tell it again.
Yeah.
They didn't understand it.
Yeah. Do you remember how it goes?
I do.
All right. Let's hear it.
Duke hurt himself. Something happened to his finger, and he had to call his wife because he was at the hospital. And he said, I've really, really hurt my finger, honey, and I'm worried. They've told me that they might have to amputate it. And she said, the whole finger? And he said, no, the one right next to it.
And this sweet little innocent person that was messaging me was confused, like, whole finger, W-H-O-L-E. And I was like, no, whole finger. And they're like, I still don't get it. I was like, they have a designated finger for the wife's hole.
Designated finger. I love that.
Yeah. You're not like, explaining a joke isn't how you want a joke to be received, but sometimes when you explain something like that, a silly street joke like that, it makes it even better. And I really got a kick out of the fact that she didn't get that.
Yeah. I was looking at John Malkovich's filmography and what he's got coming up, and he has half a dozen movies that are going to be dropping over the next year or so. But he has one movie called 100 Years, and it's directed by Robert Rodriguez, and they're calling it the movie you will never see because it's due to be released November 18th, 2115.
What?
It was made in 2015, and the release date is 2115. It's a short film. They said you'll never see it because it's due to be released in 100 years. Well, 92 years now, I guess.
Neat.
Yeah.
Dumb, but I mean, like, why?
The film is supposedly being kept in a high-tech safe behind bulletproof glass that will open automatically on November 18th, 2115.
They're like, what are we going to do? Nobody wants to see this short film.
Who are these people in this movie? Okay. Hey, Cody, are you ready for the sports break?
Yes.
All lubed up? Done your stretches? Is your neck okay? Is your neck going to impede your progress here?
I hope not.
Okay, good.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
In the headlines today, my spirit animal Aaron Rodgers is back home safe and sound from his darkness retreat, and he's blabbing all about it on his friend Aubrey Marcus's podcast. For those of you who missed the past sports break, I'll give you a little refresher. Aaron Rodgers said he was embarking on a 4-night, no-light retreat to gather his thoughts in solitude. Well, now that he's out, he's answering the questions most of us were wondering. I know I was. How did he poop with no light? And how was wiping? Well, Aaron said there was no problems at all. Since all he ate for 4 days were super salads, I don't know what a super salad is, but okay, his dumps were super smooth. His quote, not mine. That's what I like to hear. Nice, smooth dumps. Also, for those of you wondering if he made a decision about retirement yet, nope. He'd rather get me all in a froth about his bowel movements. Also, speaking of dumps, Louisville Cardinals had a dog take a dump on their court during their halftime show. And judging by the video I saw on Twitter, it seemed appropriate. Are the Cardinals struggling with people coming to their games? Because the arena looked empty. I know it was halftime, but damn, I'm not sure why they thought a dog would be a nice touch and, during the halftime show to get the crowd hyped up. But apparently, he was a bad omen because the Cardinals went on to lose the game, adding to their record of 4-26. Ouch. And then lastly, there ain't no loyalty in this game, homie. Offensive tackle Taylor Lewan posted a picture of how the Tennessee Titans dropped off his stuff after being axed from the team. Taylor posted the picture on Twitter with a caption saying, "Shout out to the Titans for dropping off my stuff today. They even let me keep my shoulder pads." Man, the Titans treated him like a bitter ex. They got all his crap on the porch in see-through garbage bags. Now, could this be because he played a little trick on his teammates, pretending to be romantically linked to Jeffree Star? Am I sensing a little homophobia? Do better, Titans. Do better. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
I mean, the smooth dump was kind of the show stealer there. You should probably
Do
close with
last.
that one, yeah.
Okay, I didn't figure.
You know what a super salad is.
No.
Oh, they go, would you like the super salad? You go, yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that Dumb and Dumber or something? What's the soup du jour? It's the soup of the day. That sounds good.
Sounds good. I'll have that.
Super salad.
I guess I'll have soup. That's how you're supposed to do it.
What's that?
You didn't make the choice. You have to make a choice. You want the super salad. Yeah. I want the soup.
Right. I'll have this. Did you want the super salad? I'll have the soup.
Soup. I'll have the soup. Oh, you know what? The salad.
What? Isn't there a super salad at Chick-fil-A? Aren't they don't they crow about the fact that they have a super salad?
How the hell would I know? You think I'm going to Chick-fil-A? If I'm crossing my people, you think I'm going to order a salad?
No, but I assume maybe you were pretty familiar with their menu. Or you're not. You're just like, here's what, okay.
Chicken sandwiches, their waffle fries, and I think they have I know they have milkshakes, but they have hella dessert too. But I'm not a dessert guy from fast food places. I don't think I've ever gotten dessert.
Hella dessert.
They do. They have cheesecake and chocolate pies. I'm like, oh my God, what is up with you people? No one deserves this quality of service.
So in your mind, that makes it a very opulent place to eat because they have chocolate pies.
They have some type of, I don't know what it is, but it's something. Chocolate cream pie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't get dessert when I went to that restaurant last week, but man.
The Great Wolf Lodge?
Yeah, the Wolf Pack course.
I'm not a dessert guy.
But I like a dessert, but I don't usually like it with dinner. I need some space.
I need time, yeah.
I need space. But then later in the night, I'm thinking of this chocolate cake that they brought out, and I was just like, man, that looked good. But I just had eaten a 3-course meal, so I wasn't ready to eat dessert.
I had a pint of ice cream last night.
Ooh, what kind?
Wow.
What flavor?
Mitchell's Wild Berry Crumble.
That is the best.
It
that
used
is
to
my
be,
absolute favorite from Mitchell's.
It used to be seasonal, and they got smart and started making it all year long.
Oh,
and,
man, that is... I could definitely kill a pint of that.
Yep.
No problem.
Didn't really take that long either.
Yeah.
I blew through it. We were watching Your Honor, and boy, did I tear through that pint.
I haven't had that in a while.
Very, very good.
Last time I got it, my girlfriend ended up trying it, and she's like, this is really good.
And
then she killed it.
I don't know what it is, and I've talked about this before, how anally retentive I am with ice cream. And it's been really instructive for me to try to calm myself down when Gwen wants some of my ice cream. Because in my reptile brain gets all pissed off, but my my thoughtful brain, I go, it's just ice cream. Who cares? But because the way I eat ice cream is that I let the ice cream present itself to me. I skim it from the top. Whatever is there is what I eat. And eventually I'll finish the pint. Gwen gouges my ice cream. She's looking for ingredients. So wild berry crumble, for people who are unfamiliar, it's kind of like a wild berry pie that is made into ice cream. So it has crust in it. It has like a ribbon of kind of like jelly. It's really, really good. Mm-hmm. Super sweet, but really good. And she'll gouge.
The key is
so she'll hand back a pitted pint of vanilla ice cream.
The crumble stays crumbly. It doesn't get all soggy.
Right.
It's so good.
And it's not her fault, right? That's how she does it.
That's how everybody.
But I'm so specific, and it's so stupid, but it's how I am. I'm so specific about how I eat things that when somebody goes, hey, can I try some of that? I go, yes. Because I'm trying to be a citizen of the world, and she's my wife, and I love her. She's my wife, and I love her.
My wife.
And so, and she knows that about me too, but I let it roll off my back because I want her to be happy. And, but boy, when somebody goes, oh, let me have, I go, God damn it. Get your own. Do you want your own? We've all been out to dinner with people. I go, hey, you want a dessert? They go, no, I'll have a bite of yours. No, you won't. Get one. Well, I don't know. Okay, fine. Because I'm not a dessert guy at dinner either. I don't ever get dessert after dinner. But boy, I knew that ice cream was in the freezer. It had been in there for a couple days. I didn't want it to get chalky. That was what I told myself. I go, I'm going to eat this tonight on a school night, no less, because I didn't want it to get chalky.
Look at this wild guy over here. He's eating ice cream on a school night.
Hey, man.
No stopping this rocker.
You gotta, what do you want? You got to clamp it down.
He gets one metal show, and all of a sudden, the wheels are off. He's going crazy.
You gotta lock
ice
it
cream
down
on a weekday.
Poundcake knows you gotta lock it down. You can't be eating pints of ice cream on friggin' Tuesday nights.
I haven't had my Reese cup for today, so I'm about to go do it in the break.
All right, well, I'm taking it right now. So you go get that Reese cup. Okay, you want to text 35192. AlanCoxShow.com is where you would watch, and anywhere you